It's been raining in Manila, hindi ka ba nilalamig? And it's been raining in Manila, hindi ka ba nilalamig? But if it's raining in Manila.
Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite, and at this point of time, diba, you should know that. So, anyways guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome babies, newbies, what do you want to call yourself, whatever guys. So, do you want a chica? Do you want some chica? I heard some good news, but diba, I'm not spilling away anything because I'm really scared, guys. What if my workmates found my channel, right? And I'm telling something like this. So, that's why. And the people also. Anyways, wait lang before anything else. It's 11:32 in the evening, and today is August 8, 2023. So I believe one of my friend that is close friends we fallen apart. Bahala na kayo guys. Basta was born this month. So I hope whatever she is, she she's good. I still wish her well no matter what, kasi we've been, you know, that kind of friendship where like you are just like so in sync with each other, but both of you are not telling your personal lives, something like that. We are like that. So I miss my friend. Actually, I really missed her because we have like a good happy memory. So memories. And he is I don't know. He is so kind. Like, so we're kind of like matching our energies, and it's rare to find that kind of connection, 'di ba? With people right now these days. So, ganun talaga, no? Sometimes when it's really good, it doesn't last that long. So, let's not focus on that. We're going to continue reading. Later na yung other chicas. We're on to page 135 and 136. So, sana tama tong pinagbabasa ko kasi I think hindi ko siya nalagyan ng mark. Okay? So, let's continue guys. Later na. I will chika you later. Okay? Mga chikadora na kayo. With my life. Okay. So, let's start. Sit down or listen. Listen the F up. Listen guys, ano ba kayo? Minsan lang to, no? I'm sure hindi kayo binabasahan ng book ng mga parents nyo or like your lovers. Diba? You're usually scrolling through your phone. This is live. Okay, so we're still finishing the book flow. Okay, mag-alala guys, matatapos din to. I won't, the next book that I'm going to read to you won't be that long. It's gonna be interesting and appealing to our ears. Yan. So this concentration is made possible by rules that limit both the nature of acceptable solutions and the steps by which they are obtained. And Kant claims a scientist engaged in normal science is not motivated by the hope of transforming knowledge or finding truth or improving the conditions of life. Instead, what then challenges him is the conviction that if only he is skillful enough, he will succeed in solving a puzzle that no one before has solved or solved so well. He also states the fascination of the normal research program, though its outcome can be anticipated, the way to achieve the outcome remains very much in doubt. The man who succeeds proves himself an expert puzzle solver. And the challenge of the puzzle is an important part of what usually drives him on. Stop muna tayo guys. Wala lang guys. Because I'm seeing like pictures of different places naman. Again, around the world. So, I really miss traveling. Outside my zone. So, hopefully, like, now, right now, or in the coming days, diba, I could actually, hit some bucket list. Hopefully, ganun. Because I really want to travel. And, mamaya, chichikahin ko kayo ha. Ayun, nagsispill. Like, wait lang guys, so, let's finish this muna. Kita nyo, nawala ako guys. Wait lang. And the challenge of the puzzle is an important part of what usually drives him on. It is no wonder that scientists often feel like P.A.M. Dirac, the physicist who described the development of quantum mechanics in the 1920s by saying it was a game, a very interesting one, could play. Kahn's description of the appeal of science clearly resembles reports describing why riddling or rock climbing or sailing or chess or any other flow activity is rewarding. Notice guys how like those activities are like really rewarding. Like for me, rock climbing is the one that I would love myself to associate with. I hike a lot. Rock climbing is also a good thing, diba? Something that challenges your mental and physical. Because one wrong move and you're gonna be in the other realm. So, let's continue. If normal scientists are motivated in their work by the challenging intellectual puzzles they confront in their work, revolutionary scientists, the ones who break away from existing theoretical paradigms to forge new ones, are even more driven by enjoyment. A lovely example concerns Subramanian Chandrasekhar, the astrophysicist whose life has already acquired mythical dimensions. Ang cool, no? Like, mythical dimensions. Like, full of mystery. Diba? Our world is, like, really full of mystery. Like, me, for example, you don't know if I'm a human or an angel. So, well, continue na tayo, guys. So, when he left India as a young man in 1933 on a slow boat from Calcutta to England, he wrote out a model of stellar revolution that with time become the basis of the theory of black holes. So, but his ideas were so strange that for a long time they were not accepted by scientific community. He eventually was hired by the University of Chicago, where he continued his studies in the relative obscurity. There is one anecdote told him about the best typifies his commitment to his work. So in the 1950s, Chandrasekhar was saying in Williams Bay, Wisconsin, where the main astronomical observatory of the university is located. About 80 miles away from the main campus, the winter he was scheduled to teach one advancement seminar in astrophysics. Only 2 students signed up for it, and Chandrasekhar was expected to cancel the seminar rather than to go through the inconvenience of commuting. But he did not, and instead drove back to Chicago twice a week along backcountry roads to teach the class. Diba? This is what you call passion. Diba? When you're trying to teach like only 2 students, diba? And you have to drive a long way or like to make flights. So, yun talaga, dedication and passion. So, those two students are lucky. Consider themselves lucky, or yourselves, guys. But I don't know if these people are still alive, so we don't know, guys. A few years later, first one, then the other of those two former students won the Nobel Prize for Physics. Amazing, diba? There's an, what do you call this? Um, Something happened. Something amazing. Kasi, diba, you kind of like teach those students and they have nagbunga yung inyong pag nagbunga yung iyong passion and dedication, because they eventually get results, diba? They won a Nobel Prize. It's not easy. I know a lot of people don't know how to really acknowledge those people that are having the people that deserves those compliments, diba? Sometimes when they see people na sobrang umaangat, or like all of a sudden they get that popularity or that money or that stability and security in life, diba? Sometimes they don't know how to compliment people like that, because they're usually people get envious, or like they question why that person, diba? But the truth is, you don't know what happened to that person. So most of the time, if that person is like having those kind of like compliments, or like alam niyo yun, guys, basta, so alam niyo yung sinasabi ko, ha? So deserve nila yung mga ganong bagay, okay? So yun, let's continue. Whenever this story used to be told, the narrator concluded with sympathetic regrets that it was a shame the professor himself never won the prize. That regret is no longer necessary, because in 1983, Chandrasekhar himself was awarded the Nobel for Physics. It is often under such unassuming circumstances, with people dedicated to playing the ideas to breakthroughs in the way we think occur. One of the most glamorous discoveries of the last few years involves the theory of superconductivity. Two of the protagonists, K. Alex Muller and J. George Bednor's worked out the principles in the first experiments in the IBM laboratory in Zurich, Switzerland. Not exactly a scientific backwater, but not one of its hot spots either. For several years, the researchers did not let anyone else in on their work, not because they were afraid it would be stolen, but because they were afraid that their colleagues would laugh at their seemingly crazy ideas. So ganun talaga, when you're trying to invent something peculiar, out of this world, out of your community, out of this planet, diba? You will criticize, ostracize. Is that the right term? Because I don't know, guys. Search for that. So yun. So just make sure because a lot of people won't understand what you are doing, diba? When you're an inventor, diba, and you just know that this thing will eventually work. So it's really a matter of believing yourself. Ganon talaga, guys. It's not about your external environment. It's about you and yourself. So continue. Feeling ko nag-ano ako dito. Ko-commercial break na ewan. So they were wait lang. They received their Nobel Prizes for Physics in 1987. Susumu Tonegawa, who that same year received the Nobel Prize for Biology, was described by his wife as a going his own way kind of person, who likes sumo wrestling because it takes individual effort and not team performance to win in that sport, just as in his own work. So I believe these people don't want to be to have those other people take credit for their work, diba? Kasi when you're a wrestler, tama ba? Wait lang. when you're a wrestler, diba, it's about you and yourself talaga. All your power, energy, and mental, physical, lahat na guys, it's all on you. So, wala talagang matitake ng credit yung other people. Unlike if it's like a group work or like project, team, something like that, or like people, diba? So, ganon. May mga ganitong klaseng tao. Ang ingay naman ng aso ko. Wait lang. Continue, okay? So, clearly, the necessity of sophisticated laboratories and enormous research teams has been somewhat exaggerated. Breakthroughs in science still depend primarily on the resources of a single mind. But we should not be concerned primarily with what happens in the professional world of scientists. Big science can take care of itself, or at least it should, given all the support it has been given since the experiments with splitting the atomic nucleus turned out to be such a hit. So what concerns us here is amateur science, the delight that ordinary people can take in observing and recording laws of natural phenomena. It is important to realize that for centuries, great scientists did their work as a hobby because they were fascinated with the methods they had invented, rather than because they had jobs to do and fat government grants to spend. Nicolaus Copernicus perfected the epochal description of planetary motions while he was a canon at the Cathedral of Frauenburg in Poland. So, ang mahirap sila i-pronounce, guys. Hindi to dito sa, Pinas. Okay? So, astronomical work certainly didn't help his career in the church. For much of his life, the main rewards he had were aesthetic, derived from the simple beauty of his system compared to the more cumbersome Ptolemaic model. Galileo had been trained in medicine, and what drove him into increasingly dangerous experimentation was the delight he took in figuring out such things as the location of the center of gravity of various solid objects. Isaac Newton, major discovery soon after he received his BA at Cambridge in 1665. Whether the university was closed because of the plug. Wait lang. Sulatan ko lang kasi kailangan na nating matrack yung ating pinagagagawa sa life. Okay? So, we're done, guys, reading. All of you guys who are finishing my videos, like, taking the time of your day, diba, to finish my videos. I really appreciate you here. And my channel. Yan. Kasi it's not easy, diba? Learning, kailangan talaga siyang pinapractice. Reading, diba? So, tune in, guys. Kasi, this is not for me. This is an exchange of energy. So, you're gonna listen to me. Because, I have better experience in life than you guys. Kasi, mga newbie lang kayo. So, ganun talaga, guys. So, kaya dapat you should really respect those who are ahead of you, especially people who are smarter than you. Okay? So, learn to listen to them kasi, believe me or not, hindi mo talaga alam lahat. And every other person that you meet in this life has something to teach you. They probably know something that you don't know. And that you should have to know. Kaya it's really important to listen kaysa magdadadada ka dyan. Okay, nang wala ka namang alam. Wait lang, low bat. Kita mo, wait lang. Okay guys, so humiga na ako kasi I really need some rest. And nalobat na naman siya as usual. So, thank you guys for listening and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. Please behave, or if you wanted to be wild, bahala kayo guys. Buhay nyo yan. Sige na guys, good night.
Hindi kita maririnig, so I'll be waiting in Manila kahit di ka na babalik. Maulan